Yo, 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 what is going on? My good and nerdy people. Let's hop into the dojo. What is up, y'all? It's your Normie Sensei, Master Country with Normies and Nerds with the little sensei in the building today. I'll explain later, but we got a great show going on tonight. Coming to you live from the dojo where we take normies and turn them into nerds. We got a great show tonight. It's been a minute since, we've been doing these once a week shows. And some news has dropped. I want to talk about some of the things I'm thinking about with this World War Hulk news and the rumors that are going on there. How it's supposed to be following up from what's going down in She-Hulk. And then I want to get into some of this Anakin. Look, talking Star Wars, right? Talking Star Wars tonight. I want to get into some theories that I have about Anakin, what I would like to see happen with Anakin. We can talk about all of that. As well as, we had to touch on it, these Eternal reviews. Look, I am still excited about the Eternals. I'm ready to go see the Eternals. But that doesn't mean that we don't have to talk about some of these reviews and some of the things that are being said. It's looking bleak on Rotten Tomatoes right now for Eternals. So we had to talk about that. And then lastly, it's a full-pack show. I don't know how much we're going to get in, but on the slate, it's a full-pack show. Last, we're talking about Michael B. Jordan's Superman, The Foul Side, Superman that's supposed to be coming out on HBO Max. Got some details about the writer on that, and I just want to share my thoughts about it. One, being an HBO Max project, and two, just overall what I would like to see from this Superman and where they can go forward on there. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, share this out because we are on the road to 250 subs, as well as, say what's up in the replays if you're catching us on the replay. But first off, I want to say what's up to the people that are in the building tonight. We got in the building tonight? We got Ash Hammer, the first one in the building. What's going on, Ashton, bro? I hope you're doing well, man. It's good to see you as always, big dog. The one of the top moderators on YouTube. What's poppin', bro? Just Fernie, how's it going, my man? What is going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. And then Jared, Mr. Jared, what is going on, bro? What is going on, man? Look, I'm coming for you in that league. I think Jared was one of the ones who's talking smack to me over there in that league, talking about, we made that trade with DeAndre Hopkins and Alvin Kamara. I've been waiting to see you, bro. I've been waiting to see you. You ain't seen what Alvin been doing for me lately. I seen what Hopkins been doing for me recently. I seen what Kyler been doing for me recently. Ain't been doing nothing like that staff and like that Kamara that you gave me been doing. But we'll touch on that a little later. We'll touch on that a little later in the final round grounds. But look, let's go ahead and get into it. I did like Dune. Look, we can talk about Dune tonight too, bro. I really did like Dune, Ashton. I actually liked it, bro. It took like half the series for me to like it, but it is there. What's going on, Felicity? Look, like I said, for you all who thought it was a joke when I pointed down and said I got the little sensei in the building with me tonight, I wasn't talking about anything dirty. I'm actually talking about the little sensei. Yeah, you're the king right now. You're the king right now, man. But you see, look, I'm doing great right now. I'm streaking. My players are coming alive. But no, we got the little sensei in the building. All right. So this stream might end abruptly if he takes off. So if you hear a little grunting, if you hear a little thing in the background that you hear right now, like, look, try to pat him on the booty, try to make him feel better. But just long story short, 5 minutes before the stream, the wifey was like, "Look, you need to come get him. I need to sleep." I'm like, so I gotta be a good dad. Had to come and get the little sensei. And we're gonna try this out. All right, we're gonna try this out for tonight. But look, let's go ahead. With that being said, with not knowing how much time we might have tonight, let's go ahead and get into it and pray for me that the little sensei will be cool and everything will be kosher. But right now, let's go ahead and get out here into the training grounds and let's talk about this Hulk news here. Oh, can you see it? Let's go there. There we go. Boom. Make sure he's dry. He's all good. He's just he didn't want to sleep last night. It's looking like the same thing that he don't want to sleep tonight. We just got to deal with it. But first off, before I get into some of the theories here, I just want to talk. Let's read through this article. I don't know if you guys had the chance to see like the actual news that's come out. I mean, it has been like a week, but we will touch on it here. Let's see. This comes from the GWW.com. It says here, while She-Hulk plans to further expand on Hulk mythos and cast characters via streaming, this movie news might be confusing to some readers due to the rumored rights of film Hulk, the Hulk film rights. The reason why Hulk only has one movie so far is because his film rights formerly belonged to Universal Pictures. However, if our source is accurate, a new Hulk film means Marvel/Disney has regained rights in Hulk and Werewolf Hulk may only be the first in a series of Hulk films to come. It says the paragraph before that. Let me go up there and say the GWW has learned that a Hulk movie is on the way and is currently being called World War Hulk. Yes, we are finally getting a new Hulk solo film in active development at Marvel Studios, and we are told it's currently slated to start production in late 2022, likely following the events of the upcoming She-Hulk series. Okay. So let's see here. It says, well, while we do not know much about the movie, it says we can confirm that it will likely start production in 2022. As for when it will come out, based on production dates, my guess would be either late 2023 or early mid-2024. As always, these dates can change, especially with the ever-changing state of Hollywood. But regardless, Hulk will be leading his own big-screen film once again very soon. Werewolf Hulk is a popular comic storyline published from May to November 2007, and it serves as a sequel to another popular story, Planet Hulk, partially adapted in the 2017 Thor Ragnarok. The story focuses on Hulk coming back to Earth looking for revenge after being banished by the Illuminati, who are also rumored to be making an appearance in the Doctor Strange sequel. Yep, they are. It is currently unknown if this movie will tie into Marvel's Illuminati, who are rumored to appear in Multiverse of Madness. We all know, as mentioned above, is the film will follow the events of She-Hulk. It's a natural move considering it'll be the next time we see Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Werewolf Hulk movie is another piece in the puzzle that might set up the future film project that we hope they reveal. So yeah, I just read this little glass kid. It says She-Hulk will premiere 2022. Tatiana Maslany, Mark Ruffalo, Tim Roth, Renee Goldsberg, Jamila Jamil, Ginger Gonzaga, Ananias Almonte, and Josh Sergo star in that thing. It's going to be about 10 episodes, half-hour legal comedy. So yeah. So look, can I tell you guys this? This makes me freaking excited. This makes me freaking excited, yo. And this is probably going to be the cleanest stream tonight in Dojo. This really has me freaking excited. You guys know me. Look, the Hulk is my favorite character in the MCU. Like, the Hulk took my heart away, stole the show for me in Age of Ultron. Like, in Age of Ultron, I really, like, when the Hulk came on screen, man, I was like, yeah, in that opening scene, like, I got excited. I got hyped for it. And then moving on along, like, going back to watching, like, the Avengers 1, watching Thor Ragnarok. Like, Thor Ragnarok is my top 5 MCU, mainly because of the Hulk. And as Endgame brought things to an end, as Infinity War and Endgame brought things to an end, I was really scared that we were done with the Hulk, right? Like, Endgame was capping off everything. Endgame was bringing everything to a close. Infinity War left a sour taste in my mouth with how they did Hulk. Not because he got beat up by Thanos. That's not, like, my main gripe with Infinity War, of him getting beat up by Thanos, because honestly, it would make sense. Let him get knocked out. Like, he wasn't dead. He wasn't killed. He was knocked out. And I think he would have woke up even more mad if he was there in that environment. But with Thanos, I wasn't that mad about it. What really made me mad about Infinity War was the fact that they just didn't let my mans come back out. And then and then we got like a weakened Hulk in Endgame with Professor Hulk, right? And then on top of that, I would have been cool if they let Professor Hulk, who is smart, who might have a little bit more fighting skills, let him have a go at Thanos. Let him have his little moment. Like, I know they wanted to show how powerful Wanda was, but I would have rather them given that moment to Hulk fighting him. You know what I mean? I would have rather that moment to let Hulk have a moment with, like, Hulk is an OG Avenger, and they just squandered that away with so many other shots. So with that, a long way to say, I am excited to see more Hulk, right? Like, that goes without saying, especially World War Hulk, and where I think this could be going. Now, where do I think this could be going? Put a fist in the chat. We haven't done that in a while. Put a fist in the chat if you're excited to see more Hulk. Now, where this could be going here, right? Where this could be going. I've stated before in the past that I really think that we would be getting. I said it before that I thought we'd be getting like a World War Hulk type of situation in the final 2 episodes of She-Hulk. Like, we got all of these characters coming into play. We got Scar coming into play, or is his name Scar, but we got those coming into play. We got him coming into play in this series. My thoughts were that, you know, all of these Hulkish characters, all of these characters that can cause damage throughout the world, all of these folks will come back into this series and cause destruction, cause things that would, like, really F stuff up, right? And especially after how we see Bruce and Shang-Chi in that post-credit scene, I'm really thinking that the Shang-Chi post-credit scene is after the events of She-Hulk. Because, well, I'm sorry, I think it's before the events of She-Hulk. Excuse me, I got it backwards. I think it's before the events of She-Hulk. Because, as I stated before, Bruce Banner, if you look at the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi, Bruce Banner has a gauntlet on his left wrist, like a little bracelet on his left wrist. It has green in the middle of it, like a little digital green thing. Looks like a monitor to measure maybe the gamma radiation, or what have you. Something to maybe keep the Hulk at bay. So I think something went down to where he went from being Professor Hulk to being Bruce Banner, and maybe that keeps it at bay. It could have something to do with the blood transfusion. If that makes sense, right? That's given to Jennifer Walters to make her become She-Hulk. All in all, you know, we go through She-Hulk, everything's hunky-dory. You know, you got the Hulk, like, I can't let this guy out. If I let Hulk out, maybe the whole proposition about She-Hulk is that if Bruce Banner lets Hulk out again, he might fear that he does not ever get his hand on the wheel ever again, right? Like, imagine Bruce Banner letting the Hulk take back over. We saw how he was in Thor Ragnarok. We saw how he was in Infinity War. It was really just Thor Ragnarok. He couldn't get control of him. He wouldn't go back down. The sun's getting real low, and it wasn't going to do it for him. Natasha's not there to bring him down. Like, the attachments that the Hulk has to the world to bring him back in, they're falling real slim, right? So that's what I would kind of love to see, is that as we go throughout that series, when you get to maybe the final episodes, right, like the last 2 episodes when things really start to kick up, I want to see something happen to Bruce Banner. Something go down to Bruce Banner that gives him no way possible to survive other than letting the Hulk come back out. And in this sense, I think the Hulk would be evolved. Like, the Hulk evolves in so many ways, and I would love for the Hulk to evolve in Maestro Hulk. We come out as a Maestro Hulk, that type of powerful, like, kind of aware being that is still pretty effing savage. Still pretty effing savage. Like, have a little bit of smarts, but be savage, man. Be freaking savage. Now, here's the thing. Planet Hulk. We gotta rip off of Planet Hulk, right? We gotta rip off of Planet Hulk. And I actually went back and watched Planet Hulk last night. It's actually on Amazon Prime for free. I went back and watched Planet Hulk, and one, that's very good, and one of Marvel's best animated films, right? Like, Planet Hulk is one of Marvel's best animated films. But I went back and watched it, and yeah, I forgot how much Thor Ragnarok really just ripped it all up. And honestly, I think it's for the better, for what they did there. But is it possible that this World War Hulk movie takes place on Sakaar? I'm throwing that out there, and I want you guys to write it down that I said it here. Is it possible? Like, and I think it matches with this theory. And let me know if you guys could be, like, if you could see that. Let me know. That this World War Hulk film doesn't happen on Earth. That it actually happens on Sakaar. Because my whole thought and what I would really love to see is that at the end of She-Hulk, they about to ship Bruce off. And I think with Scar coming back into She-Hulk, Scar's gonna come with propositions that, look, after you left Sakaar, things are in disarray. Whoever the big bad is of that World War Hulk movie has taken over Sakaar. Sakaar is desolate, dying. We need our, we can hear this come back, the Sakaarson. Like, we need you to bring that, we need you to come back to Sakaar and save Sakaar and bring it back to life. I think that could be a move that they could go with World War Hulk, and I would definitely be down to see that, to see it come back around and make that dope. I think it could be dope because, one, that leads presidents to more, like, I don't know, bombastic fights. Like, I want to see some really crazy, like, characters in there. You know, maybe they don't just banish Bruce Banner, but they could banish, like, the Abomination. I don't think they'll banish She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk will stay on Earth. She's smart. She's got her senses. A lawyer. I think that she's someone who would stay on Earth. But banishing Bruce Banner and some other, like, villains out to Sakaar and letting World War Hulk take place on Sakaar, I could really see them doing that. And it's just solely because what happens after Planet Hulk is that Planet Hulk goes back, you know, Hulk goes back to Earth for revenge doing World War Hulk, right? I don't necessarily see that happening in this case. Look, the Hulk is already on Earth. So I don't see this whole revenge thing taking place on our Earth. I would definitely love to see the whole revenge thing, or just this whole, like, warpath thing go down on Sakaar and have that pop off there. Because we got to remember too, Hulk got a lot done on Sakaar. Like, he became the champion. He moved all the way up. Hulk got a lot done on Sakaar in Ragnarok, right? He defeated, I want to put it on the tab that Hulk defeated Beta Ray Bill in Sakaar. I just want to say it. Like, I think he defeated Beta Ray Bill in Sakaar. So I think that's one thing that we can look forward to see. I would love to see that. I would love to see the Hulk go to Sakaar and where will Hulk take place there. But let's see here. And I'm sorry my energy is low, but I'm really not trying to wake up the baby. He is actually, surprisingly, with all of these lights on, with me talking right now, the little sensei is actually asleep. And if you're just popping in here, I'm not saying a dirty joke like talking about a little sensei. A literal 6-week-old little sensei is right here. Jeez, I can't let my wife know that he's actually sleeping right now. Look, let me go through these comments and then we'll get into, and I'm gonna change this beat. This beat has to change. The name of that beat is Sad Piano. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's taking me down. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're just popping in here. Let me go through these comments here. It says, make sure he's right. Yeah, Felicity, we on that, we on that. We respect a hard-working stream dad. Thank you, Fernie. I appreciate it. Look, I was like, can I tell the guys honest truth? I wanted to stream Monday night. But shit got busy. I'm honestly studying for my drone license. I was like, I had 2 videos edited, like, for my business. So I'm like, I gotta put priorities first. And I brought him down here with me on Monday night. Wanted to stream last night, but he was like, my wife was tired, so like I was like, all right, I'll take him on tonight. I'll take him on last night. I was not gonna not stream with you guys tonight. I wanted to get on here and chat with you all tonight. So I'm glad we're here. So I appreciate it, Fernie. Thanks, man. Bro, I made some homemade ones last night for dinner with chili dog. Just joined some chili cheese fries. Oh my god, I love some chili cheese fries. Yo. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit off topic here. When it comes to chili cheese fries though, go to Arby's. I mean, don't go to Arby's. Go to Food Lion. If you guys have Food Lion where you're at. Wherever. If they sell Arby's curly fries, get them shits. Sorry. Get them things. If they sell Arby curly fries at your grocery store, get those things and make some chili cheese fries out of those Arby curly fries, and you will not be disappointed. You will thank me later. Animal style fries, smack 2. Oh, Jared about to have some animal fries from In-N-Out. I ain't never had In-N-Out. I actually did have In-N-Out one time in Vegas, but I ain't had the animal fries before. If they did Hulk and the Agents of Smash, I'm there. Ooh, okay, I feel you, Felicity. I like that. Just Fernie says, yo, Kendall, by the way, didn't know if I told you, but I got the teaching job at Avengers Campus. So now I get to teach the lore to the new cast members. I've been training. That is so effing dope, Fernie. Fernie, that is dope as hell, bro. That's dope, man. That's good shit. I might have to get you on the stream one day just so you can talk about it. So you have Zoom calls with people that actually wrote the story of the campus, and we got to ask questions. And my boss works with them, and they meet with Marvel 2. Craziest thing is that Avengers Campus is actually canon in the MCU. That's wild. Yo, Fernie, we gotta get you on the stream and talk about that one day, bro. For sure, man. For sure. All right, so look, let's hop into this next topic of conversation here. I won't spend too much time, but I do want to talk a little bit of Star Wars, just a little bit of Star Wars, mainly because of these rumors that Anakin Skywalker will be coming into the Ahsoka series, right? We're gonna be getting Anakin Skywalker in the Ahsoka series, and also too, we're supposed to be getting Anakin Skywalker, of course, in the Kenobi series that everybody's excited about. I'm more excited about Mando season 3, and then Ahsoka, and then Book of Boba before I get to Kenobi. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where Kenobi could really steal the show from there, right? But moving on from that, even like your boy Josh at the Den of Nerds, he's been talking about, seeing him as like as a Force ghost in like episodes 10, 11, and 12 of the saga. You know what I mean? So I wanted to kind of put my thoughts out there and put my take about what I would like to see from this Anakin appearances in these shows here. And I want to start off with the one that's coming out first, and that is Kenobi. I think one thing that I haven't really heard, and to be honest, like Star Wars Santa, he's my Star Wars stream go-to. Star Wars Santa. If I'm looking at Star Wars news, he's it. Sheev as well, but I know Sheev has been a little busy, so he hasn't been on the streams as much. Just similar to what we've been going on over here. He's one of my other go-tos. But I haven't had a chance to really tune into what they've been saying about this Anakin news, right? But one thing that is on my mind is that I would love to see in the Kenobi series. I think there's a lot about Anakin that in Vader per se that we don't know that went down from the moment from the ending of episode 3 to episode 4. There's a lot about Vader that we don't know that went down, right? Because let's look at it this way. When oh my god, I'm blanking on the name on the third movie name here. But at the end of episode 3, all of the damage that we know to Anakin, that we know of, is that his legs were chopped off, right? Is that his legs were chopped off. That's the damage that we know of. But if we move forward to, say, Rebels, where we see Vader fighting Ahsoka, he still seems to be a bit healthy, right? Like, he doesn't seem to be that disfigured. Like, I don't know. I feel like I see a shot of his eye or something there, right? But here we go. At the end of episode 6 of The Return of the Jedi, when you take off that Vader helmet, my man's is so disfigured. He has all of this surgery done on his face, like they have that like breathing mechanic in his face. Has all of that stuff going on there. He is so disfigured that it leads me to wonder what the hell happened. Did something more go down with him to where he did get effed up? Who out there would have the power to F him up other than maybe a Yoda and Kenobi? So that's one thing that I would really love to see in the Kenobi series, is filling in that gap. I would like to see a fight again. And you know, the fact that Anakin was so effed up, the fact that Vader was so effed up at the end of episode 6, he could have got so beat up by Kenobi that shit, like you might not even remember it, bruh. You might not even remember it. So that's one thing that I really would like to see from the Kenobi series, is filling in the gaps. I think that there is room for Anakin, for Vader to get effed up, to get like completely dismantled, to have more shit done to him than what we saw in episode 3. And I would love to see that story told in Kenobi. Now moving on to the Ahsoka series. Moving on to the Ahsoka series. I'm a fan of flashbacks, alright? I'm not necessarily a fan of seeing this go down as a Force ghost, if you will. I'm a fan of flashbacks because, again, during this Ahsoka series, it's supposed to take place after Anakin is dead, after Vader dies. So I'm a fan of flashbacks. And one thing that I've always said is that I would love to see Barriss Offee, who's rumored to be in here. I don't know if those rumors are still true, but I would love to see Barriss Offee be brought into this series as someone who was taken under the wing of Vader, much like Ahsoka was taken under the wing of Anakin, and have those two flashbacks, have those two juxtapositioned against each other, and roll together in a great story. And like I said, where you have two students of the same master but of different disciplines, right, going at each other. And yeah, like I'm cool with seeing Anakin, I'm cool with seeing Vader in flashbacks. Now, here's the thing. I'm not necessarily excited about seeing Vader come back as I'm not necessarily excited. What's going on, Darth Chaos? I'm not necessarily excited to see a young Ahsoka flashback. I would much rather these flashbacks be Barriss and Vader. Build that relationship. Those are the flashbacks I would want to see. To build that relationship. Because shit, I watch Clone Wars. Like, I don't need to go back and get flashbacks of Clone Wars. If we're going to do another flashback, give me a flashback of when they're fighting. Is it Malachor? Is that the name of the planet? That they're fighting before, you know, the place where they're fighting, and Ezra goes back and pulls her into the world between worlds. That setting there, you know, give us some of that setting there. Let us see some of the dialogue that's going on in that fight. All that to say, I'm not a fan of Force Ghost Anakin. Like, I thought the whole thing was moving on from this, right? And I think digging up the Force Ghosts is a little bit too much. Now here's the thing, I could be proven wrong if they do it the right way. If the story permits it, then cool. But Luke is gone. Leia is gone. To me, it wouldn't make sense for him to come talk to Rey. Ben is gone. To me, it wouldn't make sense for him to come talk to those people. I mean, to come talk to Rey or anybody else that's still alive that he's building out with. So it's like this whole Force Ghost thing, I'm not really with. But like I said, I would love to see some flashbacks of Anakin. I think that would be I think that would be dope to see flashbacks of him in Ahsoka. And again, I want to see flashbacks of him in Ahsoka with Barriss Offee. rather than seeing him in flashbacks with Ahsoka. Like I said, we see that Ahsoka. We know that relationship. But I would love to see them build up a relationship between Barriss Offee and Vader to make that like slap. To make that really slap and make it go hard. Because I mean, come on, talking about a fight where like Ahsoka's like, you improved. And then Barriss would be like, I got your master. Some shit like that. Like something like that to bring it. Sorry. Something like that to bring it all together. And that'd be dope. And look, can I get some fists in the chest with a little sensei? My man's been in here sleep, in my arm, sleep, not saying nothing while I'm over here talking pretty loud. And he's sleeping like, I had to look down and make sure he's still breathing. He's sleeping like your boy ain't even here. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. I hope we ain't creating no hell, baby. I hope we ain't creating no hell, baby, in the dojo. But nah, yeah, that's what I like to see from the series. From him showing up again. No Force Ghosts. Let me know. Are you guys down with the Anakin Force Ghost? Let me see if I can type this one hand here. Are you down with and I gotta capitalize baby Jesus' name, right? The Anakin Force Ghost. He finds his dad's voice soothing. Y'all are down with Anakin? See, I'm not. Like, I don't know. I'm one of those people who like to move forward. So, like, here's the thing. If we want to talk about Anakin Force Ghosts in pieces of things that we're talking about where we're dealing with Luke, let's say, you know, if we come out with the series, a Luke Skywalker series, right? Like a Skywalker Academy. Like, if we come out with those type of series, then I'm down with that. But I don't want to see him talking to Rey. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see that going down. Like the only people I really want to see him talking to is Luke. If it's a Force Ghost, right? It's Luke and Ahsoka. Those are the only two I like to see him talking to. But even then, like I feel like if you do it in Ahsoka, like not too much, just like a little appearance. Like, man, I don't know. I just think that could be problematic, and I think that could be something that can be hard to pull off and do right. But yeah, okay, like Dark Chaos, I see what you're saying. I like both Force Ghosts and flashbacks. If you give us flashbacks to him with Barriss Offee, and then in the Ahsoka series, if you give me a, you know, maybe Ahsoka is doubting herself, maybe Ahsoka is talking something about, is talking to something as far as like having this whole conversation within herself after something that Barriss tells her. You know what I mean? It's something that Barriss tells her about, like what her master said about her. And then I'm down with that. One time. One conversation. One time. One time having that happen. Not a whole, like, reoccurring thing. Not having him pop up in every single damn thing. I would be cool with one Force Ghost Anakin appearance. And it has to be Anakin. Well, we know, like you said, we know Anakin can show up as a Force Ghost. But yeah, Felicity, sparingly. Use it sparingly. And sparingly to me is using Anakin Force Ghost once. Once. So no Rey. Here's the thing. If you're talking about moving along after the Uh-oh. If you're talking about moving along, like after the sequel trilogy, no, like again, it just wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to come. What connection does he have with them? Like, and again, you could say that about Luke. Like, he had a connection with Luke. You know, what connection did Rey really have? Well, Luke was alive. Damn it, what the fuck am I talking about? Like, what connection does Anakin Skywalker really have with Rey? What connection would Anakin Skywalker really have with them to like have that all going down? So, um, I don't know. I don't know. So let's go through here. Let's go through here and look it up. Let me see what you guys are talking about here. 80% of you all would be down with the Force Ghost. Hey, that's what's up. But like Felicity said in that comment, sparingly, very much sparingly. So Ashton says, seeing a Force Ghost Anakin and Ahsoka would be crazy because we never seen his personality after going back to the light side. That's still Vader, just without the evil. So seeing Anakin in Ahsoka wouldn't be like seeing him in Revenge of the Sith. I feel like he'd be a lot more wise now. That is a great point, Ashton. That is a very great point. Like he has had some time after Revenge of the Sith. He has had some time. I mean, Return of the Jedi. He has had some time to do that. So I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying there. I say Return of the Jedi. Wait. Shit. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. Look. You know your boy ain't that good with movie title names, so I get a little bit tied up here. All right, look, we're through 2 topics, and my boy's getting a little bit restless. Let's see here. We know he's a Force Ghost from Return of the Jedi. I like to see both Force Ghosts and flashbacks. Like I said, broadcast. That's a good point. Felicity says she'd like to see it done sparingly. That's facts. Yeah, Dark Chaos says, I wouldn't like him talking to Rey. Oh, sorry, Jay. I went right past the comment. Jay says, I don't want Force Ghosts because then there's the why did he not visit Rey or Kylo using a Force Ghost? Great point. And, like he said, in Rise of the Skywalker, we did hear Vader's voice, but it wasn't Anakin. That was Vader. So why wouldn't Anakin come through? Why wouldn't light side Anakin come through, right? And that was Palpatine, really. That wasn't even Vader. Kylo was asking for Vader, so that plays out. But the Rey thing, he technically has already his voice. Anakin spoke to Rey when she was all of the Jedi. I had to go back and watch that. If there was one place Anakin Force Ghost to show up, it should be for Ahsoka. Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that, Ashton. Like nothing else but Ahsoka, really. Ahsoka or Luke should be top candidates for Force Ghosts. Yeah, I agree, Dark Chaos. Yeah, but Luke got to see his father turn to the light, so I put Ahsoka over Luke. That's also a great point. I would definitely pick Ahsoka. Here's the thing, though. Like, if we get a Luke series, I would like to see Anakin. Like, Anakin can come back for that. But we don't have news of a Luke series right now, right? Now I do hear that Luke Skywalker is supposed to be having a role to play in the Filoniverse and things coming up there, but none of like. To me, I'm just leaning more so on the fence of Ahsoka only. Really, Ahsoka only. But yeah, a little Star Wars talk here coming in today. You guys remember. Felicity, you remember. You're just like, I don't like talking about Star Wars because, I ain't all that hip. I'm a new Star Wars fan, So I ain't like talking about Star Wars, but we did it anyway. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. Little Sensei trying to wake up. Alright, let's see if we can fit in this last topic with the Eternals before your boy gotta get off of here, because I don't want you guys to hear a baby crying in the stream. He likes to get patted on his butt. Alright, so let's go to the next topic here, and I want to talk about these Eternals reviews. So for this, come on now, here with me to the training grounds. Please no look series. It would not do the character justice. Oh man, Felicity, I love it. Cause you're right. All right, so here's the thing. Eternals. All right, can I close this question here? Eternals. It now has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score out of any MCU movie, below Thor: The Dark World. Like, it is now down. So let me ask you this question: are you all worried about Eternals? Because your boy is. I'm worried about its success. Now, do I think I will enjoy the movie? I think I will. I think I'll enjoy the movie. But let's just go through these. Because again, it is rated the lowest Marvel movie ever at 64. There's been no other movie that's rated that low on Rotten Tomatoes. And here we have this one. So let's read through some of these. Yeah, take the binky. Look, he doesn't like the binky or the pacifier or the choopy, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't like it. But I'm trying to warm him up to it. Maybe if I bounce to the beat. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to pat his back, right? So let's look through some of these Rotten Tomatoes reviews here. And I'm not gonna read full reviews, just a little bit, right? So Moira McDonald says it's a different kind of superhero movie, but not to everyone's taste, but made for all of us. Okay, Colin's going to say Eternals is busy showing off what it can do, where it can go. That bypasses and overlooks what it really has to offer. There are real dilemmas, real battles of interest buried beneath the saw-pedaled, naturally lit, cozy surfaces of this movie. Actually, I kind of want to read more of this one. Damn it, I did not know it would be all of this. Never mind. This next one goes on to say, despite the depth of the ensemble and the acting talents assembled to bring this to life, the Eternals really only came in three varieties: brooding, quippy, and both. Damn. Brooding. Damn. At once bloated and rushed, Eternals suffers from frequent lurches in tempo, the dispel and occasional moments of tranquil thoughtfulness. Damn, that's wild, bruh. Like, some of these joints are like very. Some of these joints are like very like professionally. I think some of these. Okay. I think some of these joints are like very professionally like dissing the movie, right? Like, yo, these are like email, like, you know, you have like work emails and you're trying to like professionally like tell somebody off. Some of these joints feel like they're professionally trying to say like this movie is straight up trash, trying not to like trash it out there because then they might not get invited back to review another Marvel movie. Let's see here. This one comes from Entertainment Weekly. It says Zhao's imprint is hard to miss in the movie's steady thrum and melancholy and its deeper, odder character arcs. Okay. Things that made Chloe Zhao's indie movie special did not translate to massive. Oh man, that's wild. So it says the things that Chloe Zhao indie movies that makes Chloe Zhao's indie movie special did not translate to this massive blockbuster. That sucks because I don't know if you guys remember back in the day we did a stream about who was capping more, and it talks about how Kevin Feige was like, we'll be here talking about Chloe Zhao and Best Picture winner or something like that at the Academy Awards with Eternals. He's like, we'll be back here talking about Eternals with Chloe Zhao right there. And that's like, is he capping or is Taika Waititi capping? Where he's saying Thor: Love and Thunder might be the best MCU movie ever. And I thought at the end of the day that Kevin Feige might have been capping more, but I thought Chloe Zhao could do a great job with this movie, like just based off what she does. I mean, it's translated before in the past. When you look at what, actually, I don't even want to say that because Ryan Coogler, while he did a great story, well, here's the thing: Black Panther was a good story, but the graphics and the action didn't match. Here, I feel like it's a little bit opposite to where they might not be feeling everything that's being put in there. All the critics were praising the diversity and inclusion, and now they got a finished product and realize it sucks. Seriously, what a snooze. Fresh off winning the best director Oscar for No Man Land, Chloe Zhao has upchucked one of the MCU's worst movies in ages. Sheesh! You know how I said all of these were like trying to be politically correct? This one right here, young son. This one right here, yeah. This one right here. He ain't hope. Ooh, that's what it is. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I just got a loaded diaper. I feel like I'm gonna get some more. Woo! Yo, that joint just exploded like poof. Well, all right, so that's it. All right, I'm only gonna go through a few more of these. Here's a good one. It says the Eternals. Well, a positive one. Let me say that. So the Eternals experience life on Earth across thousands of years, and with the help of a strong ensemble cast, Zoe tracks their shared awe and despair of the Zobers of history. Eternals might not be the worst of Marvel's movies, but it's undoubtedly the most disappointing. Damn. The weight of the complicated exposition weakens the energy of Eternals a little too often. It's best when the focus it's at its best when the focus is on the Eternals recreating their family, the humor of it, and the passion when they fight for each other and the things they love. Okay, I like that. I like that comment, Nemiroff. That one is pretty. I like that comment. That one's pretty solid. Goes on to say with this next one, it constantly engages in a kind of grit to authenticity theater, going out of its way to show you all of the things that proper cinema does, even though none of them bring a discernible benefit whatsoever to the film at hand. You walk out in the depressing realization that you just seen one of the more interesting Marvel movies, one of the interesting movies Marvel ever made. Hopefully, the least interesting one, Chloe Zhao. Damn. Okay, Justin Chang. I just feel like you just hated on Marvel with that comment, bro. All right, so like that one sounded like a hater comment. That one sounded like a hater comment. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. You sounded like a hater right there with that one. This film that asks a grand scale of questions we grapple with every day. How do we navigate and understand difference? Why do we value humanity so much when humans often do not seem to value? Yo, that one right there might have been my favorite one so far. All right, I'll cut it off there. Here's the thing. What I'm seeing, that review right there has me like feeling a little better about it, because one thing that I liked about the What If episode, about the What If series, is the thing they explored in What If about nature and like, you know, it was like philosophical questions that they explored in What If, like, are you made of your environment or do you make yourself? You know what I mean? Like, so like with that T'Challa episode, would him getting put in Star-Lord's circumstances make him act like Peter Quill? Or would he still act like the king he is? And we saw that he still acted like the king that he was. That type of philosophical thing. What's going on, Trinity? What's popping, bro? So that type of philosophical thing really comes into play there, and I like that kind of aspect. And if we get some of that in Eternals, I like that. But some of the things that I've seen here, talking about it being boring. Boring how? Are you looking for action, or are you bored at the lore that's being explained, right? Because for me, personally, I love the lore. Give me the lore. If I'm going to go in a 2.5-hour movie, I want some lore. Like, I want to, like, we're digging into the past of the MCU. That's what I want to dig into. So I think regardless, you know, there's little action, there's a little bit of this. While my wife might not like it as much because the action might not be all the way there, I might like it because it explains a lot of things that goes on that have happened in the past of the MCU. Might explain a lot of things that goes on in the future, especially from what I'm hearing about this post-credit scene. You know what I mean? So to me, exposition, to me, getting a history lesson in Marvel is a good thing. And for folks who are just coming in here, we do have the little sensei in the building. So if you hear something, if it sounds like I just shit my pants, it wasn't me. It was a little sensei. All right. If I do that, you'll know. You'll know if I do that. But nah, so like, I'm here for a history lesson. A 2.5-hour history lesson. Give me that. Plus some action with the deviants. I'm here for it. To be honest, I hadn't seen anything in the Eternals. I hadn't seen anything in the Eternal trailer footage with action-wise that makes me excited about his action. If you ask me, the action was the one thing that had me like held off of it. You guys remember when the Eternal trailer was coming out? He's pushing over here. Might have to get out of here in a couple minutes. But he did great though. Been in here for 51 minutes. He's done great. He might be getting a little hungry. But if you guys remember in the streams that we've done in the past about how I felt about the trailer, I wasn't really feeling the trailer. I wasn't really down with the trailers, and it wasn't until I went to go see it in theaters. When I went to go see, what was it? What did I go see? When I went to go see Shang-Chi in theaters, and I saw the trailer, then I got won over to it. So I'm fine with that. It's cool. We're gonna have to cut the stream short here, guys. Abruptly, I need to handle this. But at the end of the day, parting thoughts here is that Eternals. Give me 1 second. At the end of the day, parting thoughts before we get out of here with the baby in our hand is that I think Eternals is going to be fine as far as enjoyability wise, and as far as being able to go have looks wise. For Normies wise, I don't think it'll be that good. But as far as like for sweaties, people who love to talk about this every day, I think Eternals will be great. But regardless, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. But the real director of the show has said it has to end. So we gotta go. We gotta go. Anything you want to say? Want to say bye-bye? Oh, is that what you had to do? You had to burp? Is that what you had to do? Did you have to burp? Did that make you feel better? Alright. Hey, look, guys. We got to get out of here. I am your Normies Sensei Master Cunch. Go watch something nerdy. Go watch something MCU. Go watch something Star Wars. Share it with a friend. Bring them here. We'll turn them into nerds. Apologize about having to cut it off tonight, but we have to go because your boy has to handle being a daddy here. So, look, we'll go ahead and get out of the way. Make sure you come back, check out some of the videos we're going to be dropping, and yeah, just share the channel out. Because I promise you, we're not going to have a little sensei in the dojo all the time. But tonight, I thank you all for being patient with me dealing with it. So good night, y'all. Hey, Mark Text Venture, what's going on, bro? So look, we'll see you later. Make sure y'all have a good one. Peace out. Good night.